Busting makes me feel good. This is JARHUMOR speaking. I'd like to talk to you about ghost science. It's been something that's very interesting to me ever since I was a child because I was a huge fan of Ghostbusters. But I really don't believe in ghosts. I feel like I should say that right off the bat. I know I'm losing a lot of people because they're like, well, I believe in ghosts. That's fine. But I've never seen a ghost, and I don't know if ghosts exist or not. I'm open-minded, but I'm not. It's like I'll listen to someone talk about flat Earth with an open mind, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's round. I'm pretty sure it's a ball. I look up in the sky, everything else is a ball. I'm pretty sure it's a ball, and now I know. Like, oh, I'm just offending everyone. I'm offending all the crackpots who believe in ghosts and all the crackpots who believe in flat Earth. Oh no, this is starting out terribly. When I was a kid, Ghostbusters was like the thing. Like I loved the movies. The first two movies came out. Well, the only two like if you're hardcore, like that's the only two legit Ghostbusters movies. They only made two of them. That's it. There's two Ghostbusters. There's only three Star Wars movies. The original trilogy. It's like, well, the Mandalorian's kind of cool, but that's, So anyways, I digress. If I go off on this tangent, we're never going to get there. We're never going to talk about ghosts. Ghostbusters wasn't just about ghosts to me. It had both ghost science, which was like this scientific equipment that was so cool that they were using to capture the ghosts, and they were funny. They were witty and interesting, and it's like, I don't know, there was something about that just immediately appealed to me. And then the cartoon, and then I had the toys, and there was something about it, right? So, fast forward, years later, busting ghosts becomes like a thing people legitimately are like out there doing, except they're hunting them. Now they're ghost hunting. And I never got into ghost hunting. I've seen clips where it's like, it's just some guy walking around a place in the dark going, what was that? What was that? Did you hear that? Guys, look at this. I'm picking something up on the thing I'm holding. Like, they got their own version of a PKE meter, which is funny because the thing I'm holding in my hand right now looks like a PKE meter. I showed a picture of the recorder I bought, this Tascam, to someone that I work with, and they're like, hey, that looks like something the ghost hunting guys use. And I'm like, really? I said, that's very interesting. So, and I remember picking up a little thing that was like, it's like a bug detector, like it's a listening device detector. It basically picks up like Wi-Fi signals. Like if I put it next to my Wi-Fi router, it starts going beep, 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 and it's got little lights and stuff on it. I just thought it was cool. It was like $2 or $3. And I like this type of stuff. I'm drawn to the science of ghost type stuff, and it seems cool, but I can't get into it. It just seems too dorky to me. I feel like those guys that chase ghosts are just trying to get laid by goth chicks. I hope it works. And in fact, if you tell me that works, I will walk around in the dark going, what was that? If that works. So I thought to myself, okay, so I'm not into ghost hunting. And then I started watching this series of films. Do we dare call them documentaries? The Paranormal Activity movies, which are not documentaries, they're fake, but they're so beautifully done. It's so convincing. Even if you know it's fake, it's fun to watch. You're watching people's home security camera footage, and you know something weird's going to happen. So watching those, it's a different experience than watching a normal movie. A normal movie, you know where the action is. They center the action. They say, all right, this is someone's talking. There's a close up of someone pulling out, a gun, and the aliens coming for them and everything like that. There's a language to that type of cinema, right? With the Paranormal Activity movies, you're constantly scanning the screen looking for the weird thing to happen. You're like, where's the weird thing going to happen? So, that door moved. Oh, that door moved on its own. Oh, the weird thing's going to happen. And It's honestly a really fun experience to watch a Paranormal Activity movie. It really is fun to sit there and just watch someone's security camera footage, because they do a really good job of making sure the audio is clear and making sure that the film isn't boring. You're just kind of... there's a lot of, like, dead air. There's no music. It's just like... it's very quiet, and then something kind of happens. You hear kind of a noise. My favorite is the... there's one of them where the guy figures out that if he puts it on an oscillating fan, that it goes back and forth. Oh, that's the best, because you know that one time when that camera pans back, something spooky's gonna be there. They do such a good job. I have not seen a single Paranormal Activity movie, like the legit ones, the real ones, that I didn't enjoy. I've seen a lot of knockoffs that suck, that they don't quite get it. They don't quite understand the nuance of how to make a good Paranormal Activity movie. God bless them for trying. They really can't get there. So then, about a year or so ago, a friend of mine said, "Oh, I've been watching this guy on the internet. He talks to ghosts." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm listening." You know, and she's like, "Yeah," and she told me who he was, and I started watching his videos. He has this thing called a spirit box, and he asks questions, and then he kind of scans the spirit box, and he picks up little, like, but his videos in particular, like, the ghost just talks very clearly. Like, you know, it's like, is anyone out there? And immediately he gets an answer. It's like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? I'm a ghost. Like, immediately. So not only does he have 100%, he always gets a ghost. The ghost is always very articulate and you can hear them. That's statistically impossible. If you're hunting something so etherical and that's not even on our same material plane. Oh, I don't know if my mic picked up that thunder, but one of the reasons I wanted to do this recording is it's a spooky day where it's raining and thundering, even though it is the middle of the afternoon. And I have this weird thing where I can only watch horror movies at night. I can't watch a horror movie during the day. It ruins it for me. So just pretend it's night. You should only be listening to this spooky talk and night. What was I talking about? Ooh, the ghost guy, right? He talks to ghosts with his spirit box. So the more I started looking at his videos, the more I started realizing some of the other things that he did. Every time a celebrity dies, he talks to that celebrity. And then I thought to myself, this man is human garbage. This man is a shyster. This man is the modern day John Edwards or Long Island Teresa woman. Like, he's the modern con artist. Those people are scum because they play off of people's emotions. They're not real, by the way. There's plenty of books and plenty of probably videos on the internet teaching you how to cold read, how to be a psychic. And I'm so glad that these people are exposed for the charlatans that they actually are. There is a real thing as psychic powers. I believe that. If you look up certain government programs about psychic spies, there's real evidence that there are abilities of human beings to see beyond our five senses. That's real. I believe in psychics. I don't believe in TV psychics. I don't believe in people that talk to the dead. I know how to do a cold reading. I know what one looks like. You ask vague enough questions, you get vague answers back. Sylvia Browne was another one of those people. My mother liked Sylvia Browne. I was always like, and she'd read Sylvia Browne's books. And I'm like, like this woman is so obviously just like a chain-smoking con artist. Like just someone who figured out if I lie to other sad, desperate women seeking answers. Like, imagine you're someone who lost a family member, and all you want to desperately do is speak to them and tell them I'm sorry or I loved you or so on. And then this con artist comes and says, "Oh, for a fee, I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that impossible thing to give you this peace. And they think they're providing a service. They think they're good people. Al Capone thought he was providing a public service. Blamelessness. What was that from? I think that's Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, that most criminals don't think they're bad people. Like, they're like, hey, we're just giving the people what they want. You know? So psychics they don't think they're bad people. You know, talking to the dead people, they don't think they're bad people. They're just giving the people what they want. You know? And they'll tell you that they can't con a person out of money that isn't, how do I put this? There's a certain level of gullibleness in a person, and we're all guilty of this. When I say that, I don't mean that there's a certain group of people that are just dumber than the rest of us. We're all dumb on this level. We all want to have like these answers, or to believe that there's something, you know, that's there. I'm a very spiritual person. I am in no way, shape, or form an atheist. But ghosts, to me, it doesn't make sense, because you no longer have a body. You no longer have the wants and needs of the body. We tend to personify ethereal energy. We make it human. It's like, oh, he's got what is that? He needs closure. What is that thing? The business they still got business. I don't know. I've only seen a couple episodes of Ghost Whisperer, and it was only because Jennifer Love Hewitt wears tight clothing. Like, that was the only reason. Like, that's it. Tight clothing, showing a little cleavage. That's it. That's the only reason I ever watched any episode of Ghost Whisperer. Thanks to my mother, I now inherited 2 seasons of it on DVD. Never watched them. I don't get rid of them, because I'm like, someday you might want to watch this. You kind of like ghosts, you know? So, this guy with the spirit box, I'm like, this is crazy that this modern day con artist actually exists. And I did some research on like what a spirit box is. It's a shortwave radio, or any type of radio that scans the airwaves and picks up little tiny bits, clips. Like, it clips little bits of audio of people doing broadcasts. So I like this because it plays on our mind's ability to filter and then focus on the thing we're looking for. This is often known as confirmation bias. Okay, so if I said to you, like, there sure are a lot of red cars on the road today, and you start looking around, you're like, damn, there are a lot of red cars on the road today, because they were always there, you just weren't looking for red cars. And if I say to you, oh, that sure does sound like a ghost trying to talk to us, you're like, damn, that really does sound like a ghost trying to talk to us. And the stuff I watched with an open mind, watching these people, especially this one guy who's very convincing, do this, and I go, oh my goodness, I was jealous. I had like millions of subscribers, and I'm like, oh, what if I could do this? I'm charismatic enough that I could probably pull this off. I said, well, at least try it as parody. So that night, I purchased a shortwave radio off the internet for about $20, and that was going to be my spirit box. I wasn't going to, because a real spirit box is like over $100. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to invest $100 in this experiment. I'll put down 20. I got the thing, and I kind of figured out how to make a parody video. I have one vertical video up on the internet of me talking to a ghost. I'd like to do more of those, because that was a lot of fun. I'd like to do like a longer format thing, because I do think that is ripe for parody. But here's the experience I got to tell you that night that I had. So I watch the videos. I'm all excited about this. I buy the radio. I go to bed. I wake up in the middle of the night, and I feel like a presence. And all of a sudden, the sheets on my bed feel like someone's pulling on them. Now I have a cat, so at first I think like, oh, the cat's just pulling on the sheets. But then I feel the sheets pulling very tight, and it's pulling on both sides of the bed. Like there is something under the bed that has the ability to pull the sheets from both sides of the bed. I wasn't frightened, which surprises me, because this seems like something that would frighten me. I'm just like, alright, you have my attention. And then I woke up. Oh, it was a dream within a dream. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when I have a dream and I dream that I wake up and there's more dream. Unfinished business. That's what it's called. I just remembered. That's what Jennifer Love Hewitt was always helping the ghost with, was their unfinished business. See, in that, I don't remember what I was talking about now. My battery died on this recorder, or the spirits are upset that I'm talking this way about them. And they manipulated this device and drained my battery suddenly. But I had to change batteries. But unfinished business. So let's talk about that. A spirit cannot have unfinished business. Its business is finished. I believe in a certain model of reality that is based off of Kabbalistic and Hermetic traditions of older religions of how spirit comes into the material world, how it manifests in the material world, how it moves through thought, which is not only our own thinking, but the mind of God, the mind of a creative force, a vibratory force that is around us and makes everything that we are. You know, it makes us, it makes everything. You know, I am that I am, as the Bible puts it. And so with that model of the universe, a person who is no longer, their spirit is no longer on the material plane, has no more material world business. They've done their business. They were here. They did what they did here as a spiritual training ground, and now they either move on to other business, which we don't know what it looks like. We don't know what the other business is, or we go back into the material world as a different form. I believe reincarnation is very possible, but not the way people talk about reincarnation. Like, oh my God, I was totally Cleopatra in another life. You can't all have been Cleopatra. Stop it. You were not famous historical people. I was Joan of Arc. My psychic was helping me with my past life regression, and I was Joan of Arc. And it's like, no, you weren't. Okay? You have no idea who you were, and you weren't you then anyways. But the energy that was you, the spirit that was you, it's like if you buy something that was made of something recycled. Okay, it's no longer the thing it was. Okay? Our bodies are like an antenna, and the signal that comes from somewhere else picks up the signal. That's where we come from. We're not in our bodies. This is a spacesuit. This is a meat spacesuit that we use to navigate the material world with. So once the spirit leaves the meat suit, it's no longer here. Now there is the realm of possibility that certain entities from other dimensions could poke through and mess with us and like, ooh, I'm a ghost. But these were not people. These are not people with unfinished business. This is what people have referred to in the past in a superstitious sort of way as angels and demons, which very possibly could exist, but there's an explanation for what they actually are. It's like, so you don't believe in ghosts, but you believe in angels and demons, James. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I believe there's more of a possibility for higher and lower dimensional beings to poke into our world than there is for a dead human being to want to come back and talk to us. For it to hang out in a hotel going, I'm just gonna bang on this friggin' wall. I'm almost cursed. I'm trying not to curse in these podcasts. I also am trying not to call these podcasts. They're talks. I'm giving a talk. So I almost broke two of my rules. Don't call it a podcast. Don't curse. I curse in my actual day-to-day life. But, you know, the internet is... The algorithms... I've noticed this, that I have cursed in videos in the past. It hurts. The robots don't like it. The robots are very sensitive. You know, anytime I curse, I have to tell the robot listening to me talking right now, the algorithm, earmuffs, put your earmuffs on. I need to talk like an adult right now. This is adult talk. So ghost science. The Paranormal Activity movies are good. Ghostbusters is one of those things that just has haunted me as an adult, because they keep insisting on making more of the movies. So the 2016 one was just an insult, right? That was just an insult to the fans. That was just like the people in Hollywood hating man babies that, like, guys my age that have things that we like, and they're like, let's ruin it. Let's ruin the thing they like. Let's call our thing their thing, and then just make fun of them the whole time. It's like the bad guy looks like me. The bad guy in that movie is a pasty, pudgy white guy who's a nerd. It's like, they're making fun of me, and then they shoot him in the dick at the end of the movie. Spoilers, but they shoot him in the dick with the proton pack that I loved from my childhood. Like, I will say the production design on that movie, the equipment looks cool. That's the thing that got me to watch it. I didn't go to the movie theater or anything to watch it. I'm not stupid. Like, don't go to the movies. Don't give Hollywood your money. If I could inject some of my own personal feelings about the way movies are headed, like, don't give Hollywood your money. All right, bootleg that crap. Right? I feel bad because I did contribute a little bit of money. Oh, it's 2:22 according to the clock in my living room. That's the spirit numbers. I believe in angel numbers. So just so we're clear, I believe in angels, demons, angel numbers. I'm not crazy about astrology, and I don't believe in ghosts. I'm very selective on the goofy crap that I believe in. Ghostbusters 2016, I did buy out of the $5 bin. I wish I would have found it at a thrift store, because I will buy movies from a thrift store knowing Hollywood doesn't get a dime. I'm hoping they lose money when I buy it out of the discount bin, though, at least. Please, let's hope that they don't earn any money from that, but I had to buy Ghostbusters 2016 at the discount bin just to have as a thing. I watch it sometimes, and I'm like, this movie looks really good. And two of the women are actually funny in it. The one that plays the new Egon Spangler, I can't remember, like, Kate McKenna. Like, I know she was on Saturday Night Live, and I'm not purposely being disrespectful by, like, I don't even know your names, but I haven't watched SNL in so long that I think it's Kate McKenna. She does those sketches. She was in those sketches with Tom Hanks where he's the David S. Pumpkins guy, right? And then the other one, the one that plays Patty, and I can't think of her name either, but she was also in Chris Rock's movie Top 5, which I really like. I can't think of her name. I feel bad because I just don't remember certain actresses' names. Those two were funny, so I will compliment them, even though I can't really remember their names. They were funny. The other two, Melissa McCarthy, who has been funny in things, in my opinion, just was too stupid in this. And then the other one that I guess was supposed to be the Peter Venkman, but she's not really. She's just, I don't know. I didn't like their parts at all. And then the most insulting thing is the whole, like, they hire a secretary that's just like a dumb guy because he's hot. And it's like, how is that a trope in Ghostbusters? How are you insulting, like, Annie Potts by saying, like, oh, that's all you were in those movies was a bimbo that they hired? That doesn't even seem true in the first one. She just seems like a normal broad. You know what I mean? She's in New York. She's a broad. You know? In the second one, she's friggin' hot. Like, in the second one, and also the cartoon, Janine is, like, the reason I like weird chicks to this day. It's like Janine from Ghostbusters is the reason I like weird chicks with glasses. and Evil Lynn from He-Man is the reason I like goth chicks. Like that's what happened to me. That's how I was programmed into liking these types of women. So Ghostbusters 2016, so bad, but I love watching it like just a disaster. Like I'm just looking at it and just going, oh God, like I don't know. And then they did the new Ghostbusters movie, which like they're charming. They have now it's like okay, it's kind of capturing the charm of what Ghostbusters was. I think the main actress in those, McKenna Grace, does a great job. All the other people, what's his name, Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's very funny, very charming in those. They still feel a little soft. They feel like they're trying to appeal to everyone, which I get it. It's a business. And guess what? I'm still not giving you my money. They put the little Stay Puft guys in there. They got the little cutie. We can sell this as a toy. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any of your crap, Hollywood. You lost me. You lost me a long time ago. When you started shooting guys that look like me in the dick with proton packs, I'm like, you lost me. You lost me, Hollywood. I get it. Times are changing. You wish I were dead. But I'm still here. I don't know what to tell you. When I die, though, I will come back and I will haunt you. I promise that, Hollywood. Ghost science. It's something I have an interest in, but damn it, I really don't believe in ghosts. I have to be honest. I want to thank you all for listening. This is Jar Humor speaking. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Jar Humor, jarhumor.com. And this is Jar Humor, signing off.